This show is made possible by support from landsharks.ca. Visit them for all your coin and swag needs at www.landsharks.ca. And by viewers like you. Thank you for your donations.
School caching, book caching, event caching, and mega caching. It's April 2nd, 2011. This is Trackfiles. Hi there, and welcome to Trackfiles. I'm your host, Ice and Rye. Trackfiles is a video podcast featuring caching news, upcoming events, major milestones, YouTube videos, and podcast rewind. My website is trackfiles.tv. My email address is geoiceandrye@iceandrye.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Trackfiles, and if you're a fan of the show, make sure you sign up for the Facebook Trackfiles fan page. So, what's new? Well, there was no episode last weekend. I apologize for that. But it was just a couple of weeks off the hamstring injury, and I wanted to give the leg a weekend off. And I just started physiotherapy, and the leg was a little sore. So I wanted to spend as much rest time as possible. And so I got caught up on a lot of TV viewing and did some other small errands around the house. But the leg is feeling much better. The bruising has mostly gone away, and pretty soon I'll be able to start my strengthening exercises again, and hopefully by June I'll be back to running Abel and Roxy at the speed they deserve to be run. Other news around here, well, the snow is very quickly melting. I almost have a front lawn again. So a lot of those caches that were buried under 10 feet of snow are now only buried under 8 feet of snow. There's so much snow around here. It is frightening, but it is quickly melting away, and hopefully by June we'll actually be able to get out and mow our lawn. However, that's enough small talk for now. Let's get into the meat of the show. Let's get into caching news. Caching news. First we go to Nova Scotia, where we read in the New Glasgow News. Love of the chase is what makes geocaching fun. Want to go find a cache? I wasn't quite sure what to expect when Jason McLeod held out a GPS unit and a set of printed information towards me. Directions said go near Blue Nose Curling Club, so off we went. My girlfriend got me into it about 6 months ago, McLeod explains as we drive. She's with Ground Search and Rescue, so it's natural for her. She'd hide things around her property and use the GPS for training exercises, so it's a good fit. So this is a great article on caching in the Nova Scotia area, and actually coming up on the next episode of Trackfiles, this particular town is going to be having a little Geocaching 101 event, and that'll be featured in an upcoming episode of Trackfiles. Again, great article. I'll have a link on my website at trackfiles.tv. Next we read in the CultureMob.com website. Geocache Treasure Hunt helps mark release of new Lisa Cash novel, Wake Unto Me. Sometimes you just want to bring a novel to life. Such is the case with Seattle author Lisa Cash's new young adult title, Wake Unto Me, which is set for release on March 31st. Cach has teamed up with prominent geocacher Dave Simpson to provide a geocache puzzle that's inspired by the intricate treasure hunt in her new book. The treasure hunt went live today with the cache located somewhere in Seattle's Discovery Park. Why geocache for a book? Because treasure hunts play an important role in the story, Cach wrote on her website, and because, let's face it, my last name is Cash. A treasure hunt story with an author named Cach, how could there not be a geocache for such a book? The multi-cache puzzle name is Wake Unto Me, and its ID is GC2M2NZ. So talk about a great use of geocaching for promoting. Folks, as usual, I'll have a link to the article and the actual cache on my website at trackfiles.tv. So next we head down to Texas, where we read in the KXII.com website. Sherman High School Geocaching Project. Sherman High School students got to get outside and participate in a pretty interesting scavenger hunt Thursday, thanks to a grant from the Sherman Education Foundation. So folks, this is actually a TV report, and I got the whole report right here for you on Trackfiles.
Well, one high school class spent the morning outside hunting for hidden treasure.
And they picked up some knowledge during their unique scavenger hunt. Jayla Gray has more.
Sherman High School students got to get outside and participate in a pretty interesting scavenger hunt Thursday, thanks to a grant from the Sherman Education Foundation. 9th grade world geography teacher Teresa Dooley used the grant to purchase 12 handheld GPS systems. Today the students used them in a process called geocaching. Mrs. Dooley is really excited about the project.
So with doing geocaching, we're able to get out of the classroom and to use these coordinates in a way that's, other than just being in the classroom. It's a way to get out of the classroom and do more hands-on.
Geocaching is a process of using cache coordinates and a GPS to find the location of a cache. The cache is the container in which certain items are hidden. Dooley thinks this is an excellent teaching aid for her students.
It gives them the opportunity to see exactly how geographic coordinates are used.
For the purpose of this project, Dooley hid 5 caches on the Sherman High School campus and put various swag in them. Swag is the term for the items inside the cache.
We found some Canadian money, some cards from Sherman High School, and some the fronts of planner pages.
The kids seemed to be having a great time hunting down the caches. They were broken into teams, competing to be the first to find all of them.
Yeah, we're having a pretty good time. I think what's most fun is the race to see who gets them first,
Dooley says this is the first time she has been able to get her class outside for a project. Using geographic coordinates is one of the objectives the students have to learn, and what better way than geocaching? Mrs. Dooley says that caches are located all around the world, and anyone can create one or go hunting for them, as long as you have a GPS to put the coordinates in. In Sherman, Jayla Gray, First News.
What a great use for a sport of geocaching, teaching people how to properly use a GPS in a school environment. As usual, visit my website for a link to the full-length video and the actual article. Well, that about wraps up the news now. Time for this episode's YouTube video. YouTube video time. For this episode's video, we're headed down to Minnesota, where we meet up with Minnesota Geocaching and his great video blog. And in this particular video, he's on his way to MOGA for his 2,000th find. Hey, congratulations on 2,000 finds. And here's the many more. So ladies and gentlemen, from Minnesota Geocaching and Trackfiles, I found my 2,000th geocache.
It is Friday, and we are... Oh, wait a minute. It's Friday, everything's great. Okay, and so we're ready for a big day of caching, but wait, look. This is what happens when Minnesotans come farther south. No! It's snowing. Oh! I went the wrong way. It's kind of like a little house in here. It's like really pretty with the
snow on
with the snow and the green blooming.
Please check this out right here.
That's pretty. Are there any travel bugs in there?
Nope. What's the date today?
No travel bugs? What? We are at the Katy Cabins Community Center. We've come all the way from Minnesota just to be here today. Let's see. That is cool. Where was it?
On top. Almost went right by it.
We couldn't. Oh, how could we have? That's cool. I like that cache.
All right, we are at a cache called The Departed, and it's in a cemetery. How creepy is this? Here we go. We're going up the stairs. Oh, a pile of sticks. That's a beautiful pile of sticks. Yay. Look at how pretty that is. Here, let's see if you can get me in. Look, oh, it's even more beautiful. Here's another shot through Narnia. Jeff, of course, leading the way.
Oh, that's somebody else.
Because he can't let anybody else find a cache.
Ladies first?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Boom. I actually found a cache today. Well, I found another one, but I didn't record that. I don't record the ones I find typically because I don't want to brag, All right, we're in Mount Vernon, Illinois. We are getting very, very close to MOGA, but we thought we'd stop at a cache first before we get there because we're not ready to check into our hotel yet. But we're at a cache called So Confused, and you got to check out. This is a great place for a cache. Very funny. So Confused. Are you confused?
Let's see if you can get reinforcements in. Up top. Oh. You're gonna pull it out of the actual cache. There you go. After all that, Bob Cam.
Bart and Norvina! All right, Bart. Did you get it yesterday or today?
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, so this one's pretty fun. This one's called Squirrel Paradise, and there's lots for a squirrel to play with. Little corn thing right there. Got some feeder thing right there. It looks like that's got all eaten up. I don't know what goes there. Anyway. And the cache right there. So it's fun for people too. Arioka found one.
About time. Yay!
No, I typically don't like caches that are like right in the middle of somebody's yard. See? Somebody's yard. But when they put some creativity to it and put their caching name on it. One of the things I was mentioning to these guys is that one of the best things about road trips and traveling is eating out. And check out this. Jeff is enjoying steak and shake. Steak and shake, delicious peanut butter cup. And Arioka's got the
Dark chocolate, nummy.
Yeah. And I have nothing but a Diet Coke. It's okay, because I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be so fast tomorrow in MOGA. I mean, I might break a record. Me and Jeff, we might break a record if Jeff doesn't hold me up.
He's going to be coming off with sugar high.
What do you have to say about that, Jeff?
I can't disagree.
Is that going to slow you down?
No.
We're here. We're in line. And look at One-Eyed Willie. One-Eyed Willie. Oh, his patch is stuck to his face. I'm signing my 2,000th cache. 2,000. Bring it on down. Come on. Bring it down. Closer. Closer. Oh, we got a motley crew here.
So congratulations on your 2,000 find, and here's the many more. And if you happen to shoot some video at an event and you like featured here on Trackfiles, email me, geo@iceandride.com. I'll let you know how to get your video featured on Trackfiles. So now that you're all excited to go caching, let's find some events to attend. Time for this episode's event planner. Trackfiles Event Planner. All these events are scheduled for next Saturday, April 9th, 2011. First we go to Australia for Geocaching New South Wales Port Stephens Invasion, hosted by Geocaching New South Wales. From there, we come over to Michigan, where we have April, Taxes, Oh My, hosted by quirktoo. From there, it's a short hop over to Pennsylvania, where we have National Name Yourself Day, hosted by scaleofgrays. Next, we go to the West Coast in Oregon, where we have the Lincoln City Trail and maybe more, hosted by Lincoln City Parks and Recreation. And finally, we go to the eastern coast of Canada, Newfoundland and Labrador, for the Meet and Greet Brainstorm event, hosted by Admiralty House. So folks, as usual, I'll have links to these events on my website at trackfiles.tv. And if you're hosting an upcoming event and you'd like it featured here in the event schedule, email me, geo@iceandride.com. So now you got your travels plan set, let's find something to listen to. Time for Podcast Rewind. Podcast Rewind, looking back at this past week in caching podcasts. First, we start with Cache Maniacs, where Dale and Dre interview Hitman from Camp Casey, South Korea. He recommends his fellow geocachers visit and cache in Oregon and Washington. Next, we go to the Geocaching podcast, where they talk with KCE Penn of the Geo Woodstock 9 Committee. And from there, it's off to Australia for GeoTalk, where they speak with an expert on GPS hacking, jamming, and general vulnerability. So as usual, visit my website trackfiles.tv for links to these great caching podcasts. Well, that about wraps up another episode of Trackfiles. I hope you enjoyed, but before I go, just a few notes. First off, shout out to Landsharks for the continuing support of the Trackfiles podcast. Guys, make sure you visit them at landsharks.ca for all your coin and swag needs. Also, I have to thank the financial contributors to the Trackfiles podcast. Folks, without your contributions, this podcast would not be possible. And as usual, if you'd like to contribute to the Trackfiles, it's very easy. Visit my website, trackfiles.tv, and just look for the PayPal buttons on the right side menu. Also, keep those entries coming in the Trackfiles photo challenge, because you never know when I may decide to give away another coin from landsharks.ca. We've got some great entries there. We could always use more. It's very easy. Just go to the contest page and submit your photo. You do have to be a member of Flickr. However, membership is free. So, in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another episode of Trackfiles. So, until the next episode, cache on.